Ladies and gents, this is your personal virus and it is a pleasure for me to welcome you back to a new series on the channel. Not a new game, but something new with the game. This is Stranded Deep, and I want to start a map making series. I had that in mind for quite a while, and a pretty nice dude with the same name as me actually asked for it, and so I thought, yeah, well, if people really want to see it, if they even ask for it, then I have to get into it. And I wanted to start this for so long. I'm really excited. And what I'm doing here, you might be able to tell already. I will do a speed up of me working on maps. Then in the second half of the video, we will check the maps out. And this is how I want to have the video style going. And once we consider a map finished with all the details and all the cool things we want to add to it, then I will make it available for download for you guys so you can play on it as well if you want to. So I'm starting here with a randomly generated map, just with what the game gave me there basically. And I'm taking the shape and slightly modifying it in the way that I want. I have a plan for this map. I already have an idea what I want to start with, and it should have an enclosed area, kind of like an old crater for a volcano maybe, that is now partly filled with water, but more with vegetation. And there are things like that in real life, so let's have them here as well, right? So yeah, I start off by laying out the outline. That sounds kind of weird, but it's what I'm doing. I'm going through the outline of this thing, kind of the crater, and it's difficult to judge how high these mountains are when you are in the world editor, in my opinion. It's very difficult to judge how big this island is in general. So we will just try here. We will see where that leads us to, and once we head into the map, we can then see what we need to change. So yeah, let's go for it, I would say. Accidentally used the wrong tool there, but that gave me the idea of having a little pond there, and yeah, so let's go for that. What is really good, in my opinion, is to use the set height brush tool thingy and to create yourself some sort of a canvas. This is what I'm doing right here, just so that I have an area that is plain at first and that I can just modify in the ways that I want to later on. But it should be, yeah, you need a canvas to draw something, don't you? If it's too busy already, you'll have trouble. So, of course, you might ask yourself, Virus, where's the entrance? Well, right there. And now you might ask yourself, Virus, that looks weird. Well, my reply to that is cliffs. Oh yeah, and not just cliffs like that. Would be boring. Would be boring. So, but first off, now we have the problem of judging how big is that actually. So what I tend to do is get me an item into the game that I know how large it is compared to the player. So I first try the console here, moved around a bit, but I found that not really working too well. So I'm taking a locker, and that gives me the idea how big the player will be, and this will be our entrance. And it will be better. This is just the beginning of our entrance, so it's kind of like a cave thing. A really tiny, cramped cave thing, I hope. I'm not sure yet. The locker gives me the impression that it's rather small though, so I'm hoping for that. We'll have more cliffs, and I am not sure, I'm stuck in the wall there, I am not sure if I will try and make the whole mountain range out of cliffs, or if we will just have some scattered around. We will have to see how that looks, but check this out. Yep, water. This will be a little river flowing through the inside of our enclosed area there, and I want to have it so that you actually can't see the entrance from the outside. It's looking like a cave with some water coming out or flowing into it, however you want to see it, and you will have to dive through there in order to get to the inside of the island. And I quite like that idea, so we will try and make that happen here. I haven't seen other map making series of the game, mostly because I didn't have the time to. I'm sorry. If you watch other series on my channel, you will know that at the moment I'm making an additional degree for my job, and that is very time consuming, and I am in the final stages with all the exams and all the studying and revising and all the great stuff that I'm sure many of you know as well. So let's rather forget about that and focus on the good stuff, like computer games, right? So now I roughly, not one piece, roughly lay out the shape of what I want as a river here. Get me a slightly bigger brush, and this is all a very rough layout. We will have to do loads of detail work, but for the sake of the first video, I just wanted to get things going. I mostly wanted to see how the dimensions will turn out, like how big will this actually be. I really can't tell if this will be a lot of space, if this will be rather small, if the mountains will be high enough. I can't say, so I first wanted to get things going, then we will hop into the world, check things out, see how they look. Right now I'm using the, how's that thing called, the smoothing brush? Like, I make things smoother. So I will call it the smoothing brush. Don't judge me. I don't English, okay? I'm German, I don't have to English, all right. Just because if you don't use that, you will end up with really rough shapes in some places, and it's definitely worth it to take the time and go through with that brush in the long term. I will use it on these cliffs now in a second. Yeah, right now. And it just pays off, you know? You might not see too much of a change, but it definitely helps. Right there you could see it changing quite a bit. And even though I want this to be really steep cliff-like things, too steep of a transition, not my thing, really, not my thing. So now I just smallen out, do you say that? Oh, I widen our building area. Okay, let's not say I make the mountains smaller, let's say I make the area that are not mountains wider. I raise the terrain a bit just because this is my favorite terrain color here, and we use a couple of different brushes there to make it just not so plain, but you gotta be really careful with these, especially with this one here. Even though this looks great in the editor, look what happens if you bring in an item. You see that? How this is bending all over the place, and this is what will happen to you as well as a player. So we will smoothen that out, and then we just have a gentle, smooth little hills, bumps, dents in the ground. I'm sure you know what I mean, instead of really cliffy, destroyed, kinda almost impassable areas. So as I said, this is my favorite color, and what I mean by that is that this area that is so weirdly gray, slightly yellowish, that comes between the sand and the rocky mountainy area, height-wise, that is what I like most in this game, because it has most vegetation on it, and it just looks the best. So I will try and have a lot of that in there. But first we should work and finish our entrance here. It's not the way I want it just yet. So it doesn't make sense to just have the river thing stop there, right? So let's connect that to the ocean. It only makes sense. So let's use the proper brush for that and go over there. I will have to do a lot of smoothing out in this before we release the map, but one step at a time. For me, it works best to have a layout for a map, or let's maybe say an idea rather than a layout, something that gets you started, something that is your key element of the map. And for this one, it's the enclosed area with the entrance of an underwater cave, not gate. Well, it's a gate as well, maybe. So if you have that, the rest just comes naturally for me. So I go step by step. I want to finish this thing here, this part first. I want to see how it looks. I want to see if it's actually possible to have that, if we can cross it with the player later on. And if that works, then we can put more work into detailing it out and work on all the problems that we discover. Right? Right, one step at a time. That's important. So right now we are finishing the entrance area. And I'm really curious to see if that works. I really hope it does. I fear it won't be dark in that cave. We should have shadows in there, but no actual darkness, I fear. So with the rocks, it just looks cavier. And I actually also want rocks on the inside of these cliffs there. Or maybe if you want to call them cliffs. I want to call them cliffs. I shall call them cliffs. Cliffs. There, I called them cliffs. So it just looks cavier like that. Cavier sounds kind of tasty. Never mind me. But all in all, it looks quite cool already. I like it a lot. And it really looks like it ends there and you can't pass and you have to dive through if you want to pass, and it's amazing. It's not really that amazing, but I like it a lot. So now I tried to scatter some of the cliffs rather randomly throughout the mountains here, just to see if I really needed them everywhere or if I could work with kind of randomly spread out ones that peek out. And I don't know, I'm not really liking this too much, but I want to try it still, just to see if we can avoid having to have cliffs everywhere, because that would be really time consuming to set up in a way that it doesn't look repetitive. Oh yeah, and look, there, I can't get it where I want it to because I built too close to the world border. So an advice for you, try to avoid that, that will give you trouble. But yes, as I said, it could look repetitive if we have them all over the place. And what I'm mostly concerned is that they might cause lag. I'm not sure if we have so many elements in this island. But yeah, we will see. Maybe it looks good, maybe we don't have to change it even. Maybe it's just in the editor, the map editor here, that it looks a bit odd. We'll see. We'll see. One step at a time, as I said. So I think this is what we will go with for now, cliffs-wise. We are really only working on the entrance part, like on the view you get when entering the island. We are not really paying too much attention on the back side of it yet. And I got the sudden inspiration of putting a plane right there. And I quite like that idea. That looks really cool, doesn't it? The plane rack has this kind of splashy thing. I think I should show, yeah, right there, you saw. I'm not sure if we will be able to see that in the game. I really hope we won't, because it would be odd. I'm not sure why they added it in, but I'm sure they had their reasons. Maybe it looks cool if that thing is underwater or something. I don't know, I never saw that it was there before I placed the plane rack there. So now we get to the part where it's time to add in some vegetation. What I wanted to try here is, if you get yourself one of these islands, you just say, hey, generate me a random island, then you play around with it and you put nothing on it. Then the game will spawn things on it for you. You will have palm trees, you will have these regular trees, how are they called? Ficus. Oh, that sounds kind of rude. Never mind. But you will have these as well. And you might even have, I'm not sure, I think I had a plane rack in one of my islands that I played around with, I'm not sure. So I want to see if I start putting down things in the center part of the island, will the game then generate things on the outer islands that I did not touch yet? I kind of really hope so, but I'm not sure. It's a try, it's our first episode, we are trying things out, we're still getting used to it, and we can only get better by working out. Working out? Oh yeah, we can only get better by working out, so work out, man! Do your sports. Actually, sports is really good for you, just saying. Oh, that one was a fail. A disadvantage by placing the small things first, I like to place the small things first, because then, in my opinion, you get most variety, rather than if you place the big trees first and then everything looks very green, very fast, but it all looks the same. If you have a lot of small things, you get a lot of variety, but it's a bit trickier to place the larger ones because they kind of bend around everywhere and want to snap onto objects, and yeah, it's a bit, things get in the way, you know? You will see that once I place the palm trees down, I think I get a bunch of problems with that. Oh yeah, there we are. It should happen any minute now with the next palm tree, maybe? No, next one. No. Next one. No. Next one. Well, I thought it would happen, but maybe it doesn't. Never mind then. And we are actually almost at the spot where we can jump into the world and look at it. And I'm really excited for that. It does look really small, but you have to consider that we are up high and everything. So I personally really can't judge how big that will be. Maybe you can. Maybe you're, oh yeah, there you saw the palm tree going crazy. Maybe you're all advanced and have more experience with that than me. And I think it's an experience thing. Once you have made a few more maps, oh, we're at the end. We're at the end. All right, guys, we are here. We are in the world, and oh man. Well, things are generating right here, which is good, but over here everything looks really plain, so we will have to work on that. And the randomly scattered cliffs, yeah, no, I don't think so. Maybe if we add a lot more, but just like that. Oh, things are generating in here as well now, but we need some stuff here. We do need some stuff here. The plane wreck. Oh my god, talk. You know how to? The plane wreck looks really cool up there. Oh wow, I can walk these mountains quite a bit, but I can't get over here, which is very good. Now comes the exciting part. Oh, do you think we can make it? Oh, I can look through there. I don't like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's totally working. Oh, this is the coolest. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was really odd. Oh, I guess I was inside that thing, wasn't I? Oh, yeah. It's not meant to be used like that. I can't swim through it, but once I'm inside, I'm inside. Okay, I get it. But now let's see how our oasis back here look. Yeah, well, some things like that had to happen because I did it so quickly. No, alright. But all in all, it's not too bad. Oh, that looks really cool. I like that a lot. I will definitely polish it up a bit before releasing the map, but overall it's quite nice. And these mountains aren't nearly as high as I thought they would be, so I think cliffs all the way around are the way to go. It will be quite a lot of work, but I think it will be worth it if we want to have a really separated area back here. And I think I want more of this, like of this height of the map. Just because stuff is growing here. And I want this all really green. Yeah, it's too sandy. It's not really what I was going for. But it's our first test map. And this right here, this is it. Oh yeah, this is so cool. This really is like a little jungle. We'll need more banana trees, banana trees. But with the occasional palm trees in here? Oh, we can't climb them, can we? No, we can't, sadly. Oh yeah, some are floating. I need to fix that. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. Especially with our little secret, not so secret, but entrance, underwater cave thingy, and the plane crash. Does the plane crash actually have stuff in it? I would like to know that, or do I have to place that myself? Let's go and find out, because I can. Oh, I like that, to be honest. I think I will keep that part so that you can get up here. Oh yeah, I like that. And then we can jump around on here, and because we have actual ground here, we should be able to. Oh, this is really great. We should be able to place down foundations and stuff here. Okay, so we need to place down things manually here. Oh, and you can barely walk in these. I guess it's meant to swim through, not to walk through. But I like it quite a bit. Yes, I do. So next time, when we see each other again, I will have made progress on the map. And don't think that oh wow, I might die here even. Don't think that I don't know about the new crafting system. Yup, they have added so much stuff. Look at the building, it is cool. Foundations, not just sticks, like driftwood. We have wood, we have planks, we have whatever that is, corroged? I don't know how to pronounce that, and we have steel. So we have so many different things to build with now. It is so great. I haven't seen these things, like I don't know if we will have all the textures. I've seen quite a few in screenshots already, so they've done a really great push here. I am excited for that, and I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, this will be the first episode for our map making series. I will do more of these. In the next one, I will show you what kind of progress I made on this map. This is really just the rough outline for it yet. So much to improve, but I think with that kind of idea to have an underwater entrance to such an enclosed area here, we are onto something, I would say. So with that, I will be out for today. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope I will see you in the next one. This was your personal virus, and I hope I got you infected.